Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kodiak and I know I've been quite inactive on here for quite some months or almost years, but I wanted to take content creation more serious now. So yeah, you can expect some geography content or geography type games, GeoGuessr mostly. And yeah, if you enjoy that, would be lovely to see you here more often. I also have a German channel, so if you speak or understand German, would be quite nice of you if you can check that one out. I will upload there pretty much daily from now on. Yeah, and yeah, from today the video will be about Guessware, a website where you need to guess cities based on a satellite image, and how that one goes I will show you in a second. Okay, so this is Guessware. So the website already has pre-made sets of 10 cities per seat, where you can play the set seat. I just show you that real quick. So you're zoomed into a city, and you need to guess in which city you are based on the starting location. So it's always zoomed into the starting city that you need to guess. Those are quite easy, the sets, so I wanted to do a bit more challenging thing where I create my own seeds where you only get like smaller cities. So what you do for that, you click on Guessware Roulette, and then you can set your own parameters. So let's put 30,000 minimum population in and 1 city per country. Each seed consists of 10 countries. And yeah, so we only get smaller cities now. Okay, and now I will generate the link. So I have the option of 14,120 cities in the world. You can also play the link yourself. I will put this in the description. You can challenge me if you get it better than me. And let's start. So yeah, we spawn into a smaller town, as you see, not a big city like before. And we have the map at the bottom left. I will always put this on satellite, and then we can scan for this city in the map. We can zoom in, we can zoom out, we can pan around a bit, but we are like boxed in, so we can't go too far outside the box here. I can, like, if I drag it, go like this maximum, or on the other side like this, so I can see a bit further. But yeah, generally it's pretty small. So let's first figure out in which country we are, and which region of the world. Thinking with the red roofs, I was thinking like, first of all, I was thinking it looks quite European. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I would think maybe Iberia, like Spain or Portugal was my first thought. If we zoom in here, we can see some road lines, so we see they are white. So I would think Europe should be correct, because in the Americas we mostly have yellow road lines, as you know. And yeah, we are obviously also driving on the right side of the road. Okay, so I wanted to say we are in Spain, and now I want to look around a bit if we see some noticeable features, like geographical features, mountains, lakes, whatever. I see we have a reservoir here to the north. We have quite some smaller hills all around here, which is interesting, and generally it's quite hilly. And I saw on the right side here it gets quite flat and dry, I want to say. Okay, interesting. So let's start scanning for this reservoir. I can't really pan up like this. I can just roughly hold it like here, so I see it. And I will open the map, zoom into Spain, and thinking that it's quite dry to the east, I wanted to say we are like in this general area, because here it's very, very dry. Maybe I can immediately find something here that lines up with the reservoir here to the north. I mean, there are quite some reservoirs. I'm liking the area generally. I don't think we are too far off. So I like the Spain thought. Let's locate the center again so I can roughly see how it looks. Okay, so it's generally green, but there are some like lighter patches. And let's pan to the eastern side again, and there's like a river, a pretty big one, and then afterwards it gets quite flat and dry. Okay. So yeah, let's scan again for like this flat and dry part. I think that is the way to go in this location. There are quite some areas in Spain that make sense, so I'm pretty happy with the Spain thought. Yeah, maybe it's like in this area here, like Galicia. I think this might be the reservoir, this one here, right? Are we on the Spanish-Portuguese border? So we have like this double reservoir here, which is this. Yeah, okay, perfect. So we are literally on the border between Portugal and Spain. That's fascinating. So I guess this even is the border. Let's figure out which town we are in. So we are just southwest of the reservoir, the western one. So this one. And then I want to say we are somewhere here. Yeah, this is the airport that I saw here. And then we're just southwest of this airport. So in this town, so we're in Braganca in Portugal, next northeast Portugal. So I typed that in here at the bottom, and if it's correct, it should light up green. And it is correct. Nice. So yeah, this is how the game works. Every seed consists of 10 rounds. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so this looks way more tropical. It's very, very flat. And we have a big river. The town itself is also quite big, so that should be findable. When panning to the east, we see some hills. West is similar, and there's another decently sized town. Oh, and there are big mountains, or at least a mountain ridge to the west-southwest. Do we see more here? Okay, so there's like a valley behind those, or behind this one ridge. And there's a big river. Yeah, generally there are multiple rivers here. Okay, interesting. There are many other big towns. So let's locate the starting city again. To zoom in, I was thinking China, based on like those skyscraper buildings and the blue roofs. That's pretty common in China, I would say. China gets quite flat in multiple parts, but I was thinking like here in the central eastern area, here in Henan or something, it gets quite flat with hills around. So there are also rivers. Oops. I wanted to check out the ridge again to the southwest, how it exactly looks. So it goes slightly north-northwest, and then it turns to be more or less north-south. I like the look of the mountains here generally. I think that's quite a good area to scan in. And then we check out for a river around here. So let's see if I find the mountain that we saw here. That is probably the most helpful distinguishable feature. Okay, so I don't immediately see it here, but I liked the look of like this ridge here, roughly. But yeah, as we can see, it is not quite the same angle, and we have directly east of it, we have like a river, and then like a smaller ridge in front of it. So it's not this one. But I think we're in the right area. So let me scan a bit. I don't really... Okay, I don't think we are in Chongqing, because those mountains look a bit more slim. Like those ridges are slimmer and they go in another angle. Can we see like maybe some more landscape to the max west? No, okay, it's just more or less mountainous, but not huge mountains, like big hills. And to the east, similar. Okay. So maybe we are like more southern. We could be in like those hills here. Okay, this could make sense. So that we are looking here south of Hengyang. Yeah, I think this is the ridge. Yeah, perfect. So I'll show you what I see. Yeah, like I looked for this big mountain here, and then I saw next to the river like this smaller ridge here. So this one here. And we just started east of that. So we are slightly northeast in this bendy town. So I wanted to say we are in this town. Yeah. Now it's in China it's a bit of a problem to locate exactly the name of the towns. I would think Kaizichi. So wait, how did I spell that? Kaizichi. Okay. Maybe Leiyang. Okay, this is Leiyang. Ah yeah, it says Leiyang West Railway. Yeah, nice. So next one. Okay, so we have two big stadiums. And we are on a huge river. Okay, that should be quickly findable. The river is very sandy and it goes roughly northwest southeast with some bends, but it's a very, very big river. And generally it's very flat around here. There's another big town. I wanted to say this looks like northern India on first glance, but let's zoom in a bit to maybe check out driving direction. I would think this drives left, so that makes sense for India. Yeah, this is definitely driving left. So, I wanted to say this might be the Brahmaputra River, or maybe the Ganges. Let's check out the Ganges here. Yeah, I think that is the correct river already. So let's just find where it angles up correctly. What is like a distinguishable feature here? Okay, so that goes more or less north-south. And then we have like two bigger white like pockets inside the river that I could maybe scan for. And then the town is just located on like this east-west bit. Okay, there are like quite a lot of options around here. So let's just find the right one. Didn't we have... or maybe we might be in Bangladesh even. I want to see again. Okay, it goes like northwest, southeast. Okay, so maybe more in like this area. Okay, this is harder than I expected to find the right stretch on the river, because I think this should be correct, the river. But yeah, like this pocket here is interesting. And then it goes up like this. Okay. Let me find this real quick. I like the game where like you need to figure out first where you are in the world, and you need to line up some geographical features that are distinguishable from one and another. Is there north like a mountain? No, it's very, very flat. I want to see how the south looks like again. Also very, very flat. Okay. I thought I would have located it by now, but I find it surprisingly challenging. So I think I want to scan for like this bend that goes like from more or less north-south to... is it this one? I think it's this one. Okay, that makes sense. So we are actually in Bangladesh. That's fascinating. And yeah, we're just east of that thing on this north-south part. So it's Rajshahi. Okay, that actually makes sense. I could have known that from GeoGuessr. Or maybe it's a suburb of Rajshahi. No, it's Rajshahi itself. So yeah, I could have gotten that quicker, but I think generally we got the right river fairly quick. Okay, next one. We have many volcanoes. So yeah, all around, at least big mountains. There's a reservoir, very fun color. Looks quite toxic. And we have agriculture in between those volcano-looking mountains. First thought was like Mexico, I wanted to say, but let's zoom into the buildings and the houses. Okay, looks like Latin America. I think that makes sense. I would think Mexico is not a bad shout. Let's see if we see some road lines. All of this is unpaved. Here I can't really see if it's white or yellow road lines. Look almost white, which is interesting. Let's check out if we have some road markings that are clearly visible. I don't really see anything. We have a big body of water north. See anything? We have some pretty black fields, dark fields. Okay, and there's a parking lot. Okay, let's zoom in again on our main city. Okay, those look white, but they are It's a divided highway. Yeah, still not quite sure which country we're in. Let's zoom out and see for those mountains. I think Mexico could make sense, like around maybe Michoacan. It has quite some like volcanoes here, Guanajuato, Michoacan. I think that looks landscape-wise very good. Wait, are those? 1 second. Are we to the northeast? No. Oh, good. Is that the reservoir that we saw? No, that looks different. But I think the area, the region, guess is fairly good. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, nice. So it was around Guanajuato, Michoacan. So this is the body of water that we see here, and we are just east of it. So the town east of here, this is Salvatierra, I think. So Salvatierra. Nice. Okay, 4 out of 10. Next one. Very flat, very big city. Looks African, I wanted to say. Yeah, it's very flat. Okay, so this might be a bit harder. Okay, and this is the city. Let's zoom in. We have the Angolan flag. So that is helpful, obviously. So let's immediately go into Angola and check for bigger towns within Angola and the flatter area. Let's see. It's very green all over. And then we have this bigger city. Yeah, I mean, obviously Luanda is the biggest city. And this one is correct. Okay, that was quick. So I think we are in São Remo. I feel like this ring road here is very recognizable. So, and also the surroundings make sense. So São Remo. Nice. Next. Okay, we have a gridded city. Pretty common in like the US, obviously, but also like in South America, Argentina or something. Let's zoom out a bit. Okay, it is fairly swampy, and there's a big river, and then there's the ocean. I wanted to say this might be Entre Rios in Argentina, and we might be on this river here, on the delta. Okay, that's interesting. There are like, this looks more US American. Okay, and there's a big city on that delta. So it's probably, it makes sense. It makes sense for being here. I didn't know that they have like those things here in Argentina as well. That's actually quite interesting. Anyway, so we are in that area, and we are at the town of, okay, so it's Campana, I want to say. So just northwest of Buenos Aires. Campana. Nice. Next. Okay, big city on the ocean. I want to say this looked... Okay, it looks very tropical. It's a pretty big place. I don't immediately recognize it, which surprised me. Is it actually Dominican Republic? I wanted to say this looks like Santo Domingo, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Nice. On a roll. And we are in the northwestern suburb of that, along the main road. So is this Carrefour Hipermercado? I don't think so, because that's a POI. But what is the town called? I can just type in Santo Domingo and try that, but I don't think that's correct. So maybe Pantoja? No. Let's see again where exactly it zooms in. So on the intersection with the highway and the bridge there. So it is probably here, and then this is the town. It's Alameda. No. Los Peralejos. Also not. Okay, Pueblo Chico. Yeah, in those countries it's quite hard to sometimes make out what exactly they want. But it says Alameda everywhere. Alameda. I typed that in before, but So yeah, this is exactly where it wants me to start. So on this building here. Tierra Lalan, Tierra Llana, sorry. Also incorrect. Maybe Residencial Alameda, also incorrect. Okay, I think I'm losing options here. Maybe EUML. Wait, I didn't type that in, sorry. So, Illumel, no. Centro. Okay, let's just say I solved that. We are here. It just doesn't show up. Maybe Mano Guayabo. Mano. Wait, I always need to click in to type. Mano Guayabo. Well, I solved that, so we just go to the next one, and we can actually see the answer here. Victory, Santo Domingo Oeste. Sure. Okay, I didn't think that broadly. It doesn't really show up, and yeah, I didn't think of typing that one in, but that's okay. I solved that. Okay, next one. We are on the coast again. It's very agricultured and very flat and big forest there. I wanted to say this looks like Australia. Let's confirm driving left. Yes, that makes sense. I was thinking this looks like maybe northern or like eastern Queensland, southeastern Queensland. Maybe along the coast here somewhere. Even though like in the north, I don't think looks like that anywhere. Maybe this one already. Spanderberg. Yeah, that was a quick one. Yeah, I think just based on the landscape, with like the red tinted dirt, that makes sense for Bundaberg or for Queensland. That's why I immediately thought about that. Okay, nice. 2 more to go. Second to last. Okay, we got a very big town here, and it's very, very densely populated here. I want to say this looks like the Nile. Is this Egypt? Yeah, okay, here it's very, very dry. So we might be in the... At least we're in the delta of a big, big river, and here east is also dry. Okay, I think this should be the Nile in Egypt. Let's zoom into Egypt real quick, and then find something with big mountains to the west, or bigger hills at least. And actually it can be a bit... I'm not quite sure immediately. Let's look at the thing here again. Okay, there's like a big river, or at least swamp area, and along there there's a road. Then you have bigger hills there. That's interesting, because I associate the hills being like further south, but I don't think anything lines up here, right? So here to the west there are farms, and it's not that mountainous, and here we don't have hills. That's intriguing. So, are we maybe in a different river delta? Okay, this is fascinating. It's actually fairly big. Okay, there's a side river as well. Huh? Wait, am I confused? I think I am a bit confused here. What other river in such a dry landscape is so green? Is it around here? Wait, how does the north look like? I didn't really take a look at the northern part here. Okay. Maybe zoom in. I could see maybe like Pakistan as well. I didn't really think of that one. Okay, this could be Egypt though. But I wouldn't see where. Let's quickly scan over Pakistan, because I know that also gets very green. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. And then this is the side river, I think. And then we have, yeah, okay, I think that, and this is the big body of water. Okay, interesting. I didn't immediately think of Pakistan, but zooming in, the architecture makes sense. So we're close to here somewhere. Let's see where the starting town is, this one. And it goes through this canal, and Wait, where's the body of water to the west? We're pretty much just east of the southern end of that. So, zoom out again. It is... Okay, I'm confused for a second. Ah, we're further east. Never mind. So we are in Gund, I think. That was the starting place, right? Yeah, this smaller town. Gund. Okay, this is apparently not Gund. So, might be Dara. I see Dara written there. Also not Dara. Otak. Also not Otak. Yeah, so this game has some flaws when you like do the auto seed generation. But it's okay, I still like it. So we're like in Bada maybe? Maybe it counts as Bada. Masan. Okay, so how's Gund not correct? Sark. Sehavani. I mean, it's clearly this one. So I guess I will skip that as well. Wahid, maybe? I don't think that's correct, but let's try it out. Okay, it doesn't show me again what the correct place is. Maybe there's a bus stop, PUI, Dara, I already typed in. Then let's see the answer. New Bada. Okay, yeah, sure. We found it, so it's fine. Okay, last round. Let's see if I can get all of them. This looks... I wanted to say African, but maybe... I'm not sure yet. Like, we know it can't be Australia, for example, because we already had Australia, and I said one city per country in each seed. Let's zoom in. Okay, so we are driving on the left side. So Southern Africa makes sense. The housing, yeah, could be Southern African. We know we already had Angola, so it won't be Angola. Yeah, it might be South Africa in itself already. Let's just quickly check South Africa out, like around Pretoria maybe. I think the tone of the ground looks very, very similar, so that already makes sense. Even though I don't see any hills, it's very flat, and around Pretoria you expect at least some hills. So we might be more southern, like in this area maybe, where it is more flat. Now this is already too hilly, and this is too mountainous. Okay, okay, this is interesting. We maybe like, nah, that's also more mountainous. I think this area here makes sense. Like Mpumalanga. Okay. Do we have any feature that stands out that I can scan for? There we have like a smaller lake. It's very red to the west. Okay, and there's a big mine along a river. I think that makes scanning a bit easier. So a big mine to the southeast along a river. Can I line anything up in that area here? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't really see anything being fitting here. Okay, and there are too many mountains. And Pretoria itself doesn't make sense at all. Maybe it's like just a Joburg suburb. Let's look how the east looks like, north looks like. Maybe there is a big city and I haven't seen it. They're like salt pans, kinda. It's like white, bigger white fields. Interesting. Maybe like something like this here. But then again, we would have mountains that I just don't see. Okay, but this is the correct town. I guess I looked at this and... I don't know. But it is probably Potchefstroom. Potchefstroom. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, the feeling of around Joburg made sense. All right, so we got everything correct. So let's. I think that was a pretty good performance. Maybe if you want to see that again, we could do lower population even. So maybe we get some smaller towns, like 10k or 5k or whatever. And then we get like the tiniest places in China or something. Yeah. So if you enjoyed that, leave a like. And if you want to see more of me, I do pretty much daily uploads on my German channel, as said. And hope to see you next time. Until then, bye bye.